The following is a special presentation of First Horizon's Green Sports Zone. This is the Baileyton Drug Company Jamey Palmer Show. Welcome back to First Horizon's Green Sports Zone, and welcome back to this week's edition of the Baileyton Drug Company Jamey Palmer Show, where we cover everything on the Diamond Tundra in Baileyton with the North Greene Huskies baseball team. We'll recap the last two games of the regular season with Cherokee and Northview and look ahead to this week's District 1 1A tournament. But first, we need to get a word in from our sponsors first, so we'll be right back after this break here on First Horizon's Green Sports Zone. The Baileyton Drug Company Jamey Palmer Show is brought to you by Gateway Ford Nissan, Tommy's Plumbing, and the Baileyton Drug Company. Welcome back to First Horizon's Green Sports Zone, and welcome back to this week's edition of the Baileyton Drug Company Jamey Palmer Show, where we cover everything on the Diamond Tundra here in Baileyton with the North Greene Huskies baseball team. As always, I'm joined here with Huskies head coach Jamey Palmer. Coach.
Tyler, how are you?
Good. We've switched it up a little bit. I was close to jinxing us, but it is not raining yet. It did not rain on the day that we planned an interview, but hey, the dusty tundra, the desert tundra, every nickname that we've given it this year, finally got some rain.
Got a little water showing today, Tyler.
Yeah, and it's good. You always need some water because the field always needs to kind of soak some of that up, and grass needs to grow, look nice and green. Unfortunately, no more games played out here this year. It is the end of the regular season, and we'll go into talking about that in just a minute, but I'm glad that we avoided the rain for the show. We've still got a good streak going on of never being rained out.
Keep it alive. Keep
it alive. Got the tarp behind us to show that it has rained a little bit. Not in home plate. Home plate's got a little bit of a puddle behind it, so we didn't want to be soaked and sitting in a pool.
That's right.
But looking at the last two games of the regular season, travel over to Rogersville for an 8-1 loss with Cherokee, and then host Northview in a 14-7 loss to end the regular season. We'll jump into Cherokee first. 8-1 loss going over there last Thursday. Take me through that one in that loss in Rogersville.
I had Tyler on the mound, get him some work in. Did a good job. Credit to them. They got some great hitters over there. I think Tyler give up a leadoff home run in that game. So just like that, you're down 1-2-0. So, and credit to Tyler, he battled back for about 3 or 4 more innings there, and did his job and got better as the game went on. Our guys on offense, we hit some good hard hit balls against their pitcher, and I think we had 3 or 4 hits in that game, but the balls we hit were right at them. They were solid hits, and they made some great plays on them. Just couldn't string 3 or 4 hits together until I think we finally scored there in the last. So, and that's why I set my schedule up to do, is try to place some good quality teams there the last 2 or 3 games before the tournament to try to help us.
And that's a team that has to compete with Greenville.
Yes.
In their district. So playing a high caliber team in Cherokee like that will obviously benefit you when you go down the road, and it obviously benefits you too when you play Northview in the regular season with another tough 3A opponent that's over there doing well in, I believe, District 3. And they hand you a 14-7 loss here. A lot of errors in that game, a lot of things get away from you, but a good showing there at the end for those seniors to kind of perform one last time on their home field. Just take me through everything from Monday night.
Well, going into that game, we wanted to try to throw as many pitchers as possible, try to get everybody a little work this week to get ready for tomorrow, Thursday's district tournament game. And pitching, I thought we did real well. It's just, it seemed like when we made an error, we compounded it with another error. And next thing you know, they scored 6 or 7 runs there in 1 inning, and maybe 2 or 3 or 4 the next. But credit to our guys. We played good the first 2 or 3 innings and did the things we were supposed to do. And then I felt like we played pretty good the last couple innings. But, we've got to put 7 total innings together and play clean and have bunch some hits together. And if we can do that, I think things will be okay for us.
And it was the first ever broadcast that we presented here at the Diamond Tundra, and it was a little bit of a nightmare to begin, I think, for both of us.
It was.
We couldn't get power, and you couldn't get the scoreboard to work, so I think both of us were kind of stressed out in unison, but the broadcast ran smoothly, it ran flawlessly, and it was good to get out here to the Diamond Tundra and broadcast our first game from Baileyton.
Yeah, I appreciate y'all coming out, Tyler. Wish we could have had the scoreboard going. It kind of came up in the game a time or two of, you know, how many outs are they and all this stuff.
It did come out once.
The balls and strikes, and so, and that happens in games. So I'm not sure what the issue is. So hopefully we can get that fixed before we play here again.
Well, the good news is, if there's one game that you wanted to quit working on, I guess it's the last game.
One, absolutely.
That way that you have a full off season to work with it. But was Tana working the game changer?
Yeah.
Tana was a trooper, because I was kind of bouncing off of her at times also, because we keep the balls and strikes on the scoreboard. So there were times where I would miss one.
Right.
So I would have to bounce off of her. And I think everybody in the venue was kind of relying on her, because there was a time, like I kind of noted at a minute ago, where we did lose track of the outs.
Yes.
There were times that we probably lost count of the counts. So shout out to Tana Stansfield. She probably kept everybody in check the other night, and everybody relied on her for the scoreboard.
Absolutely, Tyler. She does a great job for us, and has done a great job for us the last several years, and really appreciate her a lot.
Speaking of Tana, I think there may be some news with Tana.
I think so. I think so.
I don't know if anybody has broken that news yet. She had mentioned it to me off record, but I did see a North Greene athletics tryout sheet, and it said the contact information for volleyball is Tana Stansfield. So Tana Stansfield, new head volleyball coach here at North Greene High School. So congratulations to Tana, but she'll be very busy once we enter the fall season.
Yes.
She sounds like she never takes any time off.
She doesn't. She's very reliable, and you know, like I said, I don't think North Greene could function without her.
And she's a volleyball coach now, of course. Her son Dawn being one of the assistant coaches and the JV coach for basketball. She attends all those games and running the game changer for baseball. So she's not just a one sport mom or a one sport person. She's all sports here at North Greene.
Wears a lot of hats.
Wears a lot of hats, but one color over them all, and that's North Greene green.
Absolutely.
But going into the break, we'll take a short break, and right after that, we'll talk about the upcoming district tournament. Hey, it's time. It's everybody's favorite time of the season as the calendar flips over to May. So right after this brief messages from our loyal sponsors, we'll talk about that here on First Horizons Green Sports Zone.
Baileyton Drug Company services the surrounding communities of Baileyton with excellent patient care using a full-line pharmacy, over-the-counter selections, and a convenient drive-thru. When you visit us, you are treated as a neighbor, not a number. It's not just our slogan, but our culture. We're investing in our patients, local schools, and community. For over 5 years now, we have established ourselves as an independently family-run pharmacy that isn't driven by corporate goals. We are driven by what is best for your overall health and wellness. We're conveniently located so you don't have to make the drive. Prescription drugs are just the tip of the iceberg. We also offer natural remedies, essential oils, at-home medical needs such as walkers, rollators, bath accessories, as well as wound care products. And coming soon, basic urgent care services. What makes us better than other drugstores out there? When you frequent Baileyton Drug, you will receive professional, courteous, and friendly service that goes above and beyond any other pharmacy in the area. Remember, you're a neighbor, not a number.
At many dealerships, you get what you'd expect. Games, gimmicks, and shady sales tactics. At Gateway Nissan in Greenville, expect the unexpected. Low prices, convenient service, and a great buying experience.
Get our Gateway exclusive lifetime powertrain warranty.
No worries for life.
You deserve the unexpected. It's the #1 reason you gotta get to Gateway.
Shop online at gatewaynissangreenville.com.
Or take the super short drive down Highway 11E to Gateway Nissan in Greenville.
For over 30 years, Tommy's Plumbing has proudly served the Tri-Cities with a personal touch, because we're not just plumbers, we're family. From simple faucet repairs to full plumbing repiping, we have the experience and expertise to get the job done right. We also specialize in water heater and tankless water heater installations, helping you find the perfect solution for your home. Our technicians stand behind their work and always leave your space clean and spotless. Looking for a plumber who's fast, professional, and reliable? Call Tommy's Plumbing and let our family take care of yours.
Welcome back to First Horizons Green Sports Zone, and welcome back to this week's edition of the Baileyton Drug Company Jamey Palmer Show, where we cover everything on the Diamond Tundra in Baileyton with the North Greene Huskies baseball team. As always, I'm joined here with Huskies head coach Jamey Palmer. And Coach, I've jinxed it. We're getting rained on at the moment. Light sprinkle at the moment, so we'll breeze by the second half, and hopefully the rain doesn't pick up any, but I'm always good at jinxing things. I was waiting for it to happen, and it has on the last show of the regular season. But hey, with it being the last show of the regular season, you know what that means. The postseason is upon us.
That's right.
The District 1-1A tournament starts on, I believe, today with the playing game between
yes.
Cloudland and Unaka. But your action starts tomorrow, 6 o'clock, Sullivan East, taking on the Hampton Bulldogs in the opening round of the district tournament. So without further ado, jumping into that, what can we expect in Thursday's district opener?
No pun intended, Tyler, but I think it's going to be a dogfight. Yeah. You know, we had a walk-off here 3-2. We go up there the next night, and just a great baseball game, and came out on the wrong end of that one, 10-9, played 10 innings. You know, neither team wanted to lose, but, you know, somebody had to win it. So, you know, and they came in on top. So I just think it'll carry over into the tournament, and hopefully both teams play well. Hopefully we can find a way to win.
And it's a rivalry that has kind of simmered down over the years. I know with fans, it's not been that way. I think the fans have kind of continued that rivalry with Hampton, but a lot of the players aren't accustomed to it. I think your side is, because you have a heavy senior class that has played Hampton before in that series in 2023 that had a lot of fireworks in it.
Oh, yeah.
But different coaching staffs now, a lot of different players. So the rivalry has kind of been simmered down a little bit, but with it being the district tournament and with it being Hampton versus North Greene, do you think there's going to be any, not extra excitement, not any extra like juice going into that game, but we always know when a rivalry game is played in the postseason, there's always more of a reason to go out there and win the game.
Yeah, I'm sure there'll be a lot of energy from both sides. You know, I would like to think that, you know, both teams could be, you know, very competitive and keep the extracurricular activities to a minimum, you know. So, because you don't want to get into a tournament game and let your emotions get the best of you, and you know, something happen and, you know, and maybe get suspended or something like that. So, but, you know, it's a new season. You know, we just try to have our guys ready and go play baseball and enjoy it. You know, just to be out there playing the game. Not just the tournament game, but the game of baseball. That's special. So, you know, hopefully our guys will do something special that night.
I think I wore Hampton colors today on accident, so I apologize for that.
It's okay,
it was not
Tyler.
on purpose.
It's okay.
I'll wear my North Greene green shirt next week that will hopefully make up for that. But Thursday will be the beginning of the winner's bracket. It will continue on Friday. The loser's bracket games will be played on Saturday, with the championships on Monday. The whole bracket will be on Facebook, so obviously you're probably watching this on Facebook. So go back and you can find the bracket on our page. Go to photos and you can scroll down and find it on there. But for North Greene, of course, starting with Hampton on Thursday at 6 p.m. If you win, you play Friday at 6 p.m. You play the winner of University High, Unaka, or Cloudland. If you lose, you play Saturday at 12. And then if you win that one, you would advance to Saturday at 2:30, and then into Monday's action, Monday at 5, and then the if necessary, Monday at 7:30. So there is your district tournament bracket. Of course, you can go back and look at it for yourself if you're a visual learner like I am. But we've entered the postseason now. I'll end off with two easy but sort of not easy questions. But what are your emotions heading into the postseason?
Well, I just my emotions go back to our senior class. They've played a lot of baseball games. Several of them have started since they were freshmen and got a lot of playing time. So I just look for our guys to compete, and hopefully we have that experience over the last 3 or 4 years. If it comes down to a close ball game in the end, I hope our experience helps us out and takes over, and hopefully we got a shot to win it.
How excited are you for the postseason?
Very glad it's here, but kind of nervous as well, because I'd like to think that our guys have got a chance to move on if we just play our game, North Greene baseball. I just want our guys to have fun and enjoy the game, and if it's meant for us to win, then we'll win.
The biggest star of the show is absent this week. We don't have Bennett with us this week, but Bennett was an absolute smash hit last week. We extended the invite to him, and it still holds true. If Bennett ever wants to join us again, he's more than welcome to, because I think everybody loved Bennett on the show.
Yeah, appreciate you having him, Tyler. I know I think this Wednesday and next Wednesday, he had a lot of stuff going on at school that he couldn't miss, maybe a trip or something. So that's why he was able to come last week.
I saw him on Monday night. I was able to wave at him and say hey. He was running around after the game was over. Always love seeing Bennett running around. Never in one place at one time.
Right. Well, you're the star of his show, Tyler. You've hopefully made him famous.
Well, he's starting to become the star of your show now.
True.
He's in every post-game interview, and hopefully he's going to be in most of the coaches' shows going forward. But hey, little sister's never in one place at one time anymore either.
It may be a competition between her and him now.
It may be. They're both a handful, but
yeah.
Enjoy having Bennett on the show. Bennett is more than welcome to come back at any time. But unless there's anything else you've got to add, I believe I'm out of questions this week.
Just, thank a lot of people, our concession workers, Shannon and Barbie Mullendore. And again, Miss Tana. Turner Collins' mom keeps the book for us. Appreciate all the parents and grandparents. Hopefully we can go up there tomorrow and give them something else to look forward to.
And last thing too, thank you for the help with power on Monday night.
Absolutely.
Thank you for the help with extension cords, because we alluded to it at the beginning of the show, but we didn't have power for the stream on Monday night. The outlets in center field weren't working, and I thought we had enough extension cords, but we were short. And you helped us tremendously, being able to help us reach all the way up to the press box, because, I tried to map it out in my head, and I still can't wrap my head around it. That's got to be, center is how much?
350.
350, and we wrapped all the way around. So we had close to 500 feet worth of extension cables to make Monday's broadcast possible. So thank you for helping us with that. Thank you for everything. Thank you for another week of an interview. And thank you all for watching this week's edition of the Baileyton Drug Company Jamey Palmer Show. Look forward to seeing you next time here on First Horizons Green Sports Zone.